Thanks, Rance. I'd like to welcome back to the show Yoli from Explore Jack's Core, and that's exactly what we're talking about, the history of beer, but not just the global history, also a little bit of local history as well.
Exactly. Thanks for having me back.
Our pleasure.
Mark. So today is National Beer Day and National Beer Day history, and so we're going to talk about a little bit of the history of beer overall, and beer, how it dates back in the state of Florida, right? And so, what is the third most enjoyed beverage, just after tea and after water? It's beer. And so the history of beer actually goes back to 9500 BC, right? In some written ancient history, actually on the African continent. And so when we, let's fast forward a couple thousand, centuries here, and we get to the United States of America. It's 1933, and the President of the United States, just outside of Prohibition, signs legislation to go ahead and allow Americans to begin to brew and sell beer here in the United States, again, after Prohibition. And so that's 1933, April 7th, 1933, and so that's why this day is actually selected. And so let's move into a little bit of Florida history when we have, it's 1896. And we have the Tampa Brewing Company, which we have several tobacco, corporate types. They get together, and I think they find it as a natural pair, or maybe it's just a way to make money. Prohibition is ended, so let's see how we can make some more money. They create that company, and about 15 to 20 years later, Jack's Brewing is started by a gentleman. His name is Osner. And he moves here in 1912, and in 1930 he starts the brewing company Jack's Beer, Jacksonville, Florida. So the interesting part about that, there were two Jack's Beers, and I call it a tale of two cities, right? So it was between Jacksonville, Florida, and New Orleans, Louisiana. And so litigation was ensued, and so they had an agreement where Jack's Beer Florida would sell beer east, I believe, of Alabama.
So one of the things that's pretty interesting, you talk about the evolution of beer, not only how far that it goes back, but also Jacksonville was a key player in it, like this region, especially Florida as well. So when it comes to beer, that's something pretty interesting.
And so the Jack's Beer bottling company was actually started in the historically black neighborhood of Durkeeville, right off of Myrtle Avenue, about 16th Street, and the building it still stands. But then, Prohibition comes. And so but before Prohibition, how a lot of the beer manufacturers, they became ice plants. And so when we think of ice plants, how they were utilized, and we're talking about, in the 19-teens, during the era where alcohol was not allowed, they got really creative and found ways to stay in business. Prohibition ends, and the rest is history. And so this is just a group of migrant workers in Belgrade. They're enjoying, Jack's Beer, and Belgrade is Central Florida. So during this period of time, it covers a long span between Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas. So it did its job, and it went very, very far. And so this is just another example of Jack's Beer on the actual bottle itself. And
I think we have one more here.
Yeah, and so when we talk about that other company that was established in Louisiana, I believe this picture actually comes from a filling station that shows the Jack's Beer above it.
Yeah. Wow. So we kind of come full circle, especially to now, if you think about all the microbreweries that we have in this region and how popular beer is, and it all started centuries ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so here we are, modern day, where there's no shortage on microbreweries.
Right.
In the first coast, but especially within this viewership of, River City Live. And so there's no shortage but the beer houses today, they're different than their beer bottling companies than they were then. Now they're gathering places and spaces where people come together,
right,
have a beer, pour one and toast one up and have a good time. And so I also wanted to mention that this is where it's summertime. And so we're going to start doing a ale trail tour, but it's specific to the urban core because there's about a dozen different microbreweries within that I can get to at the here at Explore Jack's Core. So I want to invite people to go online or give me a call following book.
And if people want to learn more, how can they do that online?
ExploreJacksCore.com, and definitely follow me on social media, same name, Explore Jack's Core.
Well, Yuli, thank you so much once again for all your time and information. You have one more thing you wanted to say?
I want to say happy 87th birthday to my mother.
Aw.
So, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Well, thanks again.
Yeah.
Stick around, more to come right after this.